Topic: Electronic structure. These are the learning outcomes. First topic is the structure of an atom. So, an atom is a particle which contains many of the subparticles. Like it contains a tiny nucleus which is surrounded by electrons. This nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. In the given figure, you can see the atom of helium. In the middle, it is nucleus of the helium and it is surrounded by electrons. In the figure below, you can see a cloud of blue color. It is symbolizing the cloud of electrons, and in the middle you can see two red balls and two orange balls. So the red balls with positive charge are protons and the orange balls are neutrons, and together they make nucleus, and they are surrounded by the electron cloud which is shown in blue color. So this is the structure of an atom. One thing to keep in mind is that the number of protons never changes. There is always variation in electrons and the neutrons. Now let us talk about mass of an atom. So the mass of an atom is in its nucleus. The mass of electrons are very negligible, that's why it is not counted. So the number of protons and the number of neutrons makes the mass of an atom. And when we talk about the volume of an atom, it is occupied by its electrons. So what is an atomic number? An atomic number means the number of proton and the electrons in an atom. Okay. The mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons of the atom. So when we have different mass number, that means that the number of neutrons have been varied, because we have learned that the number of protons never changes. So let's have a quick revision that if we talk about atomic number, then it talks about number of protons plus electron, and mass number means the sum of protons and neutrons. Okay, so here I have shown you a diagram of carbon atom. Okay, the red balls are showing the protons and the blue balls are showing the protons, means one neutron, and the other one is showing the proton. So their combination is the total mass of this atom, and electrons are surrounding them, and the volume of an atom is occupied by its electron. Now let us understand the distribution of electrons in an atom. So we know that electrons are the greatest importance in organic chemistry. A neutral atom of each element contains equal number of proton and equal number of electron. So if an atom have 5 proton and 6 electron, then that is not a neutral atom, because it is having more number of electron. That means this atom have gained some electron. So this atom is now negatively charged, because the number of protons are less and proton have positive charges. Second thing is, when an atom loses electron, then in that atom the number of proton increased, and that's why that atom becomes positively charged, because the number of electrons are less now. So that is about the nature of an atom when it is neutral positive and negatively charged. According to quantum mechanics, the electron is an atom that can be thought of as occupying a set of shells. Now let's talk about the shells of an atom. The first shell is the closest one to the nucleus, and other shells are subsequent to it. Each shell contains subshells. Like in this figure, in the previous figure, you can see first shell. We can also call it first energy shell. Then you can see the second energy shell, third energy shell, and so on. So each shell is containing some subshells also, and these subshells are also called atomic orbital, and these atomic orbitals have different shape and energy, or we can say a characteristic shape and energy. They occupy a specific volume of the space. As we know that the volume of a atom is considered by electrons, and these atomic orbital contains electrons. That's why they occupy a characteristic volume of the space. The atomic orbital that is close to the nucleus is always lower in its energy. So here the different atomic orbitals are shown. In first, you can see a red ball looking structure. So this is s atomic orbital. Okay, this have different shape from the p atomic orbital. In the third one, the yellow two balls are showing the p atomic orbital, and the next one is d atomic orbital, and the other one is f atomic orbital. And all these atomic orbitals are present in the shells of the atom. As we have seen, the first energy shell, second energy shell, and the third energy shell. Now, the first shell consists of only s atomic orbital. In this figure, you can see the first shell to the nucleus, it will always contain only s atomic orbital. There will be no p orbital. In the second shell, it will have both s and p atomic orbital, and these p atomic orbital will be three degenerated one. Degenerated orbital means having the same energy, those orbital which have same energy. So second shell will have one s atomic orbital and three degenerate p atomic orbital. The third shell will contain one s orbital, one s orbital, three p atomic orbital, and 3 and 5 degenerate d atomic orbital. Means in addition to s and p, it will also contain the d atomic orbital, and all of the 5 will be degenerated, means having the same energy. The fourth and higher shell will contain 7 degenerate f atomic orbital in addition to other 3. Now, each atomic orbital can have only 2 electrons, or we can say maximum of 2 electrons. So there are 2 electrons in first shell because it contains only s atomic orbital. In this figure, you can see the first shell is containing only s atomic orbital, so it will have 2 electron. The second shell will have a total of 8 electron. How? The s will have 2 electron and 3p atomic orbital have 2 each electron. So in total we will have 3 into 2 equal to 6 orbital. So 6 plus the 2 electron of s orbital will be 8 electron. So second shell will have total of 8 electron, and the third shell will have total of 9 atomic orbital. So 18 electrons can occupy these 9 atomic orbitals. Now let's talk about the objective questions related to this topic. So the first question is, mass of an atom depends on the number of dash. So, the mass of an atom depends on the number of neutron. As we know that proton mass, the number of proton never changes. Second question is, each atomic orbital can have maximum of dash electron. So the number is maximum of 2 electron. So that's why the first shell, it have only 2 electron because it have only s atomic orbital. So these are the topics covered in this lecture. Thank you so much for watching this video.